two were pet therapy dogs. Two could never, ever, ever step foot in anywhere. So there's all different kinds of dogs out there. We've done training, but training just, it only goes so far. So anyway, Love A Leash. You get a little history. Like I said, I had two dogs that are certified. I did not start with Love A Leash. I started with an organization called Habit. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. It's Human Animal Bond in Tennessee. In order to get into Orlando Children's Hospital to do visits, it's going to change. Love A Leash is going to be in there. We're working on it. But right now, Habit is in there. You can only do Habit things, however, where you're certified to Habit. And there's not a lot of, I used to be a monitor for Habit. Not a lot of Habit things going on right now here in Chicago. It's out of Knoxville, out of YouTube Knoxville. They have lots going on up there, but not a whole heck of a lot going on. So, we're in the process of working on getting that changed. So anyway, that's where my dog started. And I wanted to do more than Habit things. I wanted to get out, I wanted to visit, and wherever I wanted to go. So I started looking at different organizations and decided I'm going to give Love A Leash a try. So my first dog, who Maddie, her name's Maddie, she just turned 16 years old yesterday. Border Collie. One of those I taught her when the bandana or the harness goes on, you need to be calm. When that comes off, you can be the wild, crazy girl you are. Because she's a frisbee dog, we name it. She's thrown out the first pitch at the lookout game a couple times. She's wild and crazy. But when she was working, it was a whole different ballgame. So she passed the evaluation and she got us rolling into pet therapy and having a lot of fun. Decided to start a chapter here in Chattanooga. Let's get into what Love A Leash does and what they're all about, okay? Love A Leash began certifying pet therapy dogs and cats and rabbits in the 1980s. They became a 501c3 in 1995. There is no cost for any facilities or individuals for us to come visit. We are all volunteers. They have active members in 47 states. There's thousands of pet therapy teams nationwide, where the majority are dog teams. We also have cat and rabbit teams. You can visit our website, which is loveandaleash.org, for more information. We did also hand out some flyers and stuff and information from Love A Leash. The mission is to bring comfort, happiness, and healing nationwide, increase public awareness of pet therapy, and provide an accessible certification process that allows qualified volunteer team members to become pet therapy teams in their communities. A little about my journey. Became certified with Maggie in April of 2018. My new dog is Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he became certified January of 21. We started the chapter in 2019. The name of our chapter is City Therapy. Now, a little about the chapter. Just because you come to Love A Leash, you do not have to be part of our chapter. You can go out on your own and do whatever you like, or you can do both. Okay? The chapter brings people together. We right now have probably about 42 teams here in the Chattanooga area. 3 of them are cats, the rest of them are all dogs. We have many different kinds of things. I guess when I walked in here, I'm like, yes, these looks like ours. And what we've got, and it's wonderful. And like I say, all my dogs are the rescue dogs that I have. And we have quite a few rescue dogs, and we have a lot of purebreds. It's wonderful. People love it. So, we have lots of variety of dogs, cats. We do not have any rabbits. However, they will certify rabbits. I had one request for a visit for a rabbit, and I said, I'm sorry, you don't have any rabbits. They're certified. So, if anybody has any rabbits, it's available. Okay? Any breed or mixture, except coyote and your wolf hybrids, which are kind of becoming a hot item these days when you talk to kids. Some disabled pets can also be certified. There's a possibility that they probably enjoy their job. The pets must be at least a year old and up to date on vaccinations. Why would you want to join Love A Leash? Liability insurance. That's a biggie. You take your animal by yourself, you're accepting anything that comes with it. Okay? And that includes just in case there's a scratch and you get sued, whatever it may be, this right here, when you go out with Love A Leash, you're covered. You have insurance. Established visits. Just a little, I don't know if you can see this, but this is our March schedule for our chapter. We'll get into places where we go in just a second. We are very, very busy. We're always looking for new programs. Quality time with your pet, definitely. I'm lost without a dog. I always have a dog just about wherever I go. So it limits me to where I can go, but I always have a dog with me. But I left him at home. The camaraderie and support from each other and community connection. How do we get started? First, you have to pass the Love A Leash controlled evaluation. That is in the packet that I just passed out to you. We'll go through what is needed for that. And any certified behaviorist, certified trainer, or AKC certified evaluator may administer the evaluation for your dog. Okay? Vets must administer for cats and rabbits. So, I'm assuming you guys could do the evaluation right here if you're interested. Okay? If not, I do have other evaluators, trainers, etc. that can accommodate you also. Now, pretty much so everybody from this area here?
I'm from Dayton.
You're from Dayton, okay. Interesting, because we have a lot of visits requests from Dayton also. Yes, that's great. So you have to pass that. Then you have to complete a minimum of 10 hours or 10 visits with a certified team member. And we have, like I say, we have 43 of those people. What we want to make sure, and believe me, I have seen it happen. Some people don't require any of these supervised visits. Some people only require a few. We get into many different situations. We've been to schools where the fire alarm goes off, the dog's with, they gotta be home. Okay? Special needs children, they accidentally step on the tail of your dog. We just had one the other day. That child jumped up and bounced right on the tail of the dog. So all the dog did was just walk away. You don't want any reaction. So your dog has got to be primed for all of that and be able to pass all of that. So that's what we look for when we do these 10 visits. They have to actually be signed off each visit to make sure that it does work. We had another situation where a dog growled at a child. Felt just too enclosed, just too close of a situation. We can't have that. I mean, we had asked that person to leave, and they're done. I mean, not unless they can work with that, but there's some things you can work with, and there's some things that not. And Love A Leash, the organization itself, an incident report is written up. They evaluate the situation, and they make the decision whether you can continue on with training or not. Okay? We've had some people that just could not do it. Everybody thinks their dog can be a pet to every dog. That's not necessarily okay. So once you pass those, and you finally submit your whole application, which you have right in your hand right now, you send in photos, etc. You end up getting a certification, get your ID, get your dog ID, your ID, and you are ready to go. And like I say, you can join our chapter, you can go out on your own. I actually went to, when I started, I went to Northgate Library, and my border collie would sit, and the kids would come and read to Maggie. She had her own hour at the library. That was something that I did myself. And then all of a sudden I got involved involved in the chapter, and I'm busy doing chapter things, but I still do a few odds and ends of things on my own. So benefits, once again, is nationwide nonprofit organization, rewarding to give back to the community, share a common interest, meet new friends, no long-term commitment. Also, there is no minimum required hours, okay? You don't have to do an hour visit a month or anything like that. I have people, they've had a baby. We have a veterinarian, she had a baby. Well, like I tell her, keep your certification up. If you don't, you have to go through the whole process again of being reevaluated, etc. So as long as you keep that up, you know, I mean, we have people that work full time. They can't make a lot of our visits. So whenever they're available, they join us. Or they can go off and do their own thing also. Okay? And spend quality time with your pet, once again. It's important. All right, let's see what else we've got. Yes.
Sometimes you do it on your own, is that because you don't get a schedule, and is it still coming out of an insurance thing?
Oh, yes.
On your own, yes, because you're just not signed up for it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, there is no, you don't have to become part of a chapter. We just did the chapter thing because there were so many of us interested, and it is a lot easier many times, not unless you have connections or and want to go somewhere and ask if you're okay with your dog coming. But we go to all the hospitals. In fact, let me pull up my list of where we go. I mean, it took a lot of work to get to get us where we are. But we actually go to Park Ridge, all the facilities in Park Ridge. We go to all the memorial hospitals. We go to Moccasin Bend. And you don't have to do all of these. It's up to you if you'd like to. I mean, Moccasin Bend was, for me, kind of a frightening place at first. Once we find out and have a talk with them, it all worked out well. We work with the Tennessee Department of Health, Chattanooga Health. We work here. We work with the city of Chattanooga. Out in Bradley County, we did Night to Shine, if anybody's, where are you, Nikki? We did Night to Shine out here in Bradley County. We have done it twice a year. If anybody is familiar with Night to Shine, it's Tim Tebow is for disabled, I think it's 14 and on up, adults, and it's a prom. And they have pet therapy there, and it's so much fun. So we get invited to that every year. We also do a lot of Hamilton County schools. Every year that's picking up more and more and more. These are things that can happen out here too. Like I say, if you tell me, I'll meet up, or if you want to handle it, you just, wherever you'd like to go, you let me know. And, or you can go present yourself and say, tell me your information. I got pamphlet, you can give them a pamphlet just like what we did there. And let them know that all of our animals are insured. Anybody that does. Okay? Where else? We do skyhounds. If anybody's familiar with skyhounds, we do that every year. We have some events. We also do I don't know if you're familiar with the airplane rides for disabled children, Chattanooga Airport. Once a year, we do that. That's coming up. I lost my list of what we do, but it is just unbelievable the amount and how we have made it. I started out this chapter, we had 6 people, 6 teams. And like I say, now we're up to like 41 right now. And we are busier than I try to keep up with it. On the other side of the river, I live on the back side of Signal Mountain. So I have people, a group that lives on the other side of the river, Ottawa area, your particular area. They kind of do the business on that side. Saves me the trip, finally. But I still do things on this side of the river. I love the places that I go to and all that good stuff. So, the evaluation. Has anybody looked at the evaluation of what needs to be done? Real bear with us,
at least a year old for the dogs. Okay. Dog needs to be able to sit, lie down, and heel with people close by and come and call while on the leash. And is the dog able to do a 2-minute down or sit stay with the owner holding the leash? And this is something that if they don't do the complete 2-minute one way or the other, they start all over. Okay? Is the handler able to greet a friendly stranger who has a dog? And usually a stranger will come up, or someone that the dog doesn't know. And a lot of times we'll stand there and talk, or we'll shake hands or whatever. Just see the dog's reaction. Of course, we have a dog with us also. Okay, so we want to see the dog's reaction, the dog. Make sure there's nothing, no growling going on or anything like that. Does the dog allow petting, including having the head, ears, and feet touch? This is all what the trainer does. They touch all those areas to make sure there's no reaction from the dog. Okay. Is the dog clean and well groomed? Is the dog under control with people around and able to walk on a loose leash without pulling? And is the dog able to maintain composure when the stranger approaches in an erratic manner? This is really important. I mean, and you may see the trainer acting really silly, whatever it may be, but we go to places like that. The dog's got to be able to handle that. We don't want them to start barking at them. We don't want them to start maybe even going to grab them. It's one of those, they have to be able to handle that. Also, something that's not on here, but something to think about. Elevators. A lot of people don't think about it, but the dogs go up and down elevators just about every day. My dogs do. We've had to throw treats in the elevator to get them in there, but there's something that you can practice on in the meantime too, because when we do hospitals and even some of the schools have elevators, older schools, so they have to be able to ride elevators this time too. Let's see. Is aggression apparent between any person or animal? That is really, that's a big time no-no. That usually, you don't want any aggression whatsoever. It scares kids, scares adults. That's not what we're all about. And does the dog show signs of fear, sound sensitivity, or shyness? A lot of times the trainer will take a stainless steel bowl and drop it on the floor. Just drop it. See what the dog does. You don't want any reaction. We had one dog that was doing 10 visits, passed evaluation. A cart was rolling down the aisle. We were at assisted living home. This dog wanted to go attack that cart. Good on him. I mean, for one thing, it's super embarrassing to have an aggressive dog wanting to go after a cart. So that's something. I mean, how are you gonna train to do that? To make sure that the dog doesn't. We run into many different things. So the dog has got to pretty much so be prepared for all those odds and ends of things. And that's just keeping calm. And the big thing is, when you hear me saying teams, right? It's teamwork. It's the handler and the dog both. It's not just the dog. Remember, my whole thing is, the dog feels you right through that leash. Okay? So you've got to be calm as the dog is calm. You'll keep your dog calm also. Okay? And I'm not a dog trainer though, so. But that I've seen that so many times. We've had adults that are scared themselves, and the next thing you know, the dog is really reacting to that. Does the dog or owner appear to have any training difficulties, physical or emotional limitations, or behavior problems that may interfere with the ability to work as a therapy team? That's another thing that they're going to look for. All right. Also, joining a chapter. While Love A Leash members are never required to join a chapter, many of our members find that fulfilling with their local chapters enhance the Love A Leash experience. A chapter provides support, motivation, and social interaction with members and their pets. More teams meet a greater variety of pets, talents, and interests. If your dog does tricks, any trick work that you've done. People love to see that. The only thing is, they passed a new rule, which I personally love myself. No treats during working hours. Okay? The dogs get so keyed in on the treats that they forget what they get for. So this right here, we don't have to worry about any treats. So if they do tricks, they'd have to do tricks without treats. Okay? But they love to see, especially kids, they love to see tricks. Additionally, it's good to be assured that other members will visit a facility if you are unable to go to a scheduled visit. Members are welcome to affiliate with multiple chapters, either permanent residents or different cities. If they have seasonal homes, there are never additional fees for members to affiliate with Love A Leash chapters. There's no charge for you, to join us if you'd like to. And that's pretty much so. I'm trying to think of anything else. Anybody have any questions at this point?
You just send out a list of events and then you sign up for what you want, or?
Yes. What I do, we have a calendar. We use Google Calendar. I put all the visits on there, so you can look forever. Okay, because a lot of our visits are repeated, usually once a month visits or whatever, and then I add different events and other different visits, so you can look out. I post every week. We use what we call Group Me, and I post each day of that week. I go week by week then. And then I ask if you're able to do a visit, let me know. There's no pressure, but I just want to know if whoever's the visit captain, we do have visit captains if I'm not able to go. We have visit captains, people that are in charge of that visit. Once you get past your 10 visits, or even your visit captain may sign your paper. I don't have to sign all of them if I'm not there. Otherwise, I will sign if I am there, or someone else that is a certified team member. But I put a week-to-week, schedule out then also on that. Any special events or whatever. And you can just, right there, just say, yeah, I'll be there, or can't, whatever. Go from there. Any other questions? Yes?
This is just for me.
That's okay.
So I talked to another company and they said that if dogs slobber, they can't participate.
My dog slobbers.
Okay.
I
He
can't help
doesn't slobber 24/7, but he does slobber sometimes, especially if he sees people with food.
I swore when I adopted mine that he had St. Bernard in him. St. Bernards, they drool, they slobber. It's one of those, we have a couple people that will carry a towel with them. Exactly, I was just going to say, when they're doing visits and wipe their mouth every time. It's not a Love A Leash problem whatsoever, believe me. Kisses,
He doesn't kiss, just the slobber.
we don't have a problem with kisses.
Oh, well, he doesn't.
No, we don't have a problem with kisses. We just usually will warn people ahead of time. They like to get kisses, so if you don't want kisses, don't. Because some people put their face right in the dog's face, and of course, what do they want to do, So we just warn people. We have a few that give kisses. Mine gives kisses, yes. It's one of those things, people usually love it. We have nurses in the hospital that, you got a kiss for me today? Got a kiss? No jumping now. No jumping. Not unless it's a little tiny dog. I see we do have a corgi here. Yeah. We have lots of corgis. Is it straight corgi? Purebred? Yeah, we got two different kinds of corgis in our organization.
At his school.
Do what?
My son has met them at his school. He's one of the corgis for the
And the second question
Yes.
was, the other company said the dog has to stay completely absolutely still. He sees people, the whole body moves. He doesn't have a tail, he can't knock anything off, but he gets excited and his whole body wiggles. Is that going to be a problem?
Not a problem. Just, like I say, just so they don't jump up.
Oh, he doesn't jump, he
Right.
stays on the floor, he'll actually belly up. If
It's
he gets so excited, he bellies up.
okay. It's okay. And you're going to find out, the more visits you do, the calmer your dog will become. Because they know, they get the idea that they are working. And they really are just very calm then. And a lot of them will go in there and just lay on their side and just let people pat them, because they know that they're working and go from there. But that is not a problem.
Okay.
Not a problem. Not a problem. I know some organizations have problems with when we do hospital visits, of getting up in a bed with a patient. Love A Leash does not. As long as it's okay with the nurse, there's no broken bones or anything like that, especially if you have a little dog, not a problem. They can get up in bed with the patient. Some organizations have to have their own blanket laid out, and I mean, it's a major process. No, we don't. No. Smaller dogs, a lot of our smaller dogs use strollers when they do visits, especially to, hospitals where people are in beds, easy to reach, not unless you want to work your back, pick it up. So, and that's okay too. That's wonderful. Yes.
Is there a separate evaluation for the stroller use or something like that?
Your dogs have got to be used to walkers, wheelchairs, canes. You'd be surprised, just canes alone. Sometimes dogs are creaked by that, but that's all part of the process also. Yes.
Now, I don't know if you remember us, but you evaluated us, in March, and we did not pass, we were not ready.
I thought you looked familiar.
But how many times, we can reevaluate until, so then when you go on a practice visit, if you have a scenario like you were talking about, the park, are you done, or you just back it up and recon it and
It all depends upon the situation. What did your dog do? I mean, if it was like a jump up that didn't hurt anybody, that's something you need to work on.
Right.
Okay? Now, if it's something, like I say, aggression, that's a whole different ballgame.
I was just wondering that because it seems like if it was the first time they'd seen the card or whatever, maybe the more they went and saw the card, the dog may get used to it.
No, because that cart's not always there. And you never know where you're going to run into that cart. Anywhere you go. So it becomes a whole different ballgame. And being that the dog was aggressive, it's a whole different ballgame. I mean, any aggression whatsoever. And I'll be honest with you, do we get a bark from a dog in our home? Yes, we do. From our dogs? Yes. You have to still remember, these guys are not service dogs. We don't expect perfection. We had dogs during COVID time. We did a lot of visits during COVID. The mask, the plastic shields. We had one dog that barked at that plastic shield, scared. I mean, that doesn't mean that the dog is done, doesn't mean, these guys are still dogs. Now, if you have a dog that barks all the time, that's an issue. But we still have to remember, now and then, these guys are still dogs, okay? We're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for well-mannered, calm, well-disciplined, enjoying people type of dogs. Our cats, the same situation. We have 3 pet therapy cats. One of our pet therapy cats belongs to a dog trainer. That cat sits in a chair in a special needs class, sits there, the kids come running up, pet a little, go play again, and that cat just sits there and is as calm as can be. No scratching. If they start scratching, that's done for a cat. So, good questions. Any other questions? We're a smaller organization than a lot of other ones, but I have had, just so you know, I love this organization. I have had situations where I've actually worked with, our main base is out in California. I have worked with the board members, and I'm going to tell you something. They are with you 100%. They examine everybody, everything. They talk to everyone in a situation, incident, whatever may be. They cover everything. I was very well pleased at what I've seen when I've worked with them. This is why I love Love A Leash. And it's not so big that trying to get a hold of someone, I can get a hold of somebody today if I needed to for Love A Leash. Okay? Many of them, we'll get to you on Monday. So, but yes, back to your question, you can take that evaluation as many times as you want, especially, not unless there's an aggression situation, and then they determine, the trainer will decide whether it was something to really be concerned about. I don't remember
It
what.
wasn't mouthing when you go to pet, and I think I broke it. I think I have, but when you
And
go
that's
to pet,
important.
she was.
Because they get a little too excited and they start mouthing, and the next thing you know, you got teeth in their skin. So that's why no mouths.
Plus, she was young.
Okay. Right.
She was, less than 2, so.
So that's great. That's great. Like I say, my theory is pet therapy dogs are really born. There's only so much training that you can do to create a pet therapy dog because they have got to love what they do. They've got to. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. It just does not work. So, any other questions? These are great questions. We've got a great group of people. We've got men, women, retired attorney, we've got a veterinarian, we've got a retired doctor, we've got normal people just like me. And we have so much fun together. We just had a meeting, which was the best attended meeting we ever had at Memorial Hospital. They gave us their community room because our group is getting so big. We used to meet at Starbucks. Starbucks don't work for us anymore. So we were able to go into Memorial Hospital. They gave us the community room to use, and we had an awesome meeting. We got some awesome events coming up. We're also working with Chandler Center. I don't know if anybody's familiar. Isaiah House. We are actually going to, when the Brandon Fosters come into their foster homes, where their temporary home, we will be meeting them with pet therapy. And it's really an exciting situation there. And my dogs actually met the FBI agents here in Chattanooga. They had a stress day. They asked for Maggie and one of other dogs to come in and spend part of the day with them. So, and also another situation, an FBI agent called me and said, there's a bank robbery. Bank robbery is in Franklin County here. They were held up at gunpoint. The staff was afraid to come in. Have you ever used a pet therapy dog? And I said, never did, but I'll be there. It was awesome. Just spending the day there with the employees, and they can come and relax. They're still working, but you know what? They had no problem coming to work. So we have very unusual, awesome visits. Yes.
Do you have a question?
So if we were, she's a 50-pound dog. If we were to go,
She's a what?
50-pound dog.
Uh-huh.
So if we were to go to a hospital and the bed was up higher than she could put her head on, could she put her feet up there to be petted?
We always just make sure.
Ask first.
Right, always ask first, can that be moving the bed sometimes, or just the paws hitting the bed can set off alarms, especially like in the intensive care units or whatever. You're always ask before you do anything like that, but they're gonna tell you it's not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah. You can train your dog. You know, just a little tap on the mattress.
Mhm.
And they know
Well,
that
and
it's
she
okay.
does know that, but,
Okay.
and she would look to want to do that.
Right.
So that she could be.
Exactly, because they can't reach on the floor, a lot of them hooked up to all kinds of equipment and things like that. So a little tap on the mattress and your front paws up, love it,
Okay, good.
just love it, love it. Schools, you have a situation where they may read to your dog. It all depends what they're looking for. You may go in and just tell them what pet therapy dogs are about and let them pet the dogs. Sometimes we have 5, 6, 7 kids come up to your dog at a time. Is your dog able to handle that? And it feels smothered. You know, something to think about. And then you go walk into the school and then you got 100 kids, and I'm just joking. It's like, oh my God, a dog, you know. They all get excited. But once again, your dog needs to be prepared for that. Because they've got to be able to just, many times we have them focus on us, you, the handler, okay? You'll see a lot of our teams, the dog will look up at the handler every so often, just for reassurance, like, am I doing good? That's called teamwork. I mean, you want them to check in every so often and make sure that everything's going well. And also, if you do come Love A Leash, I always want you to protect your animal. Your animal comes first, okay? If you feel that your animal has had it for the day, not comfortable, not feeling well, I've gotta go. Don't be afraid to ever say that. Don't force your dog to do anything. We all have our days. We have to respect their days also. And maybe it just happens to be an off day for them, and it's okay. We understand. Or maybe they're just not comfortable with one particular person. Sometimes that happens. Dogs are intelligent animals. They sense more about people than what we do many times. You just say, we're gonna leave. I got the message. So, yes.
Any other questions, guys?
Any other questions?
Awesome. Very, very good. I think that was super informative.
Yes.
Absolutely, and really appreciate you coming in. Kathy, you're welcome to hang out with us as we do a little bit of work with these guys. You're welcome to go, but yeah, absolutely. But thank you very much.
Also, one real quick thing. These packets that I handed out. If you guys decide to be evaluated, I don't know how soon down the way you will be, always go online. There's a website, loveandaleash.org. And you want to check the dog packet area. Make sure the same date is in the left-hand corner, because they do make revisions to it, and you have to use the latest packet to have your dog evaluated, okay? Otherwise it gets kicked back at you, okay? Also, if you want to follow us, we do have a Facebook page. It's Love A Leash Scenic City Therapy Pets. We usually try to post pictures from all of our visits and whatever.
They've all been emailed the link for the Facebook page, for the application, all that kind of stuff. So they have all that. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome.